Hey, I'm Julie.
And I'm Sanjeev, and you're watching episode 3 of Fast Frames, Mindsets, and Movements.
In this episode, we're diving into the American mindset of Otherism.
We may not realize it, but we're exposed to othering all the time. Whether we're hearing about gender, race, income, geography, age, immigration, or disability status, the idea that there is an us and a them is all around us, in the news, in political rhetoric, and in our own communities.
When it comes to how we think, we might fill in the slot of other differently depending on the topic. Take politics, for instance. Americans are likely to think of people with a different partisan affiliation as the other. Often the other is a person or group from a social position with less power or status in society. For example, we might unknowingly think of people born in the U.S. as the default and immigrants as the other.
In the mission-driven world, otherism can also present itself as a kind of savior dynamic in which a noble us is coming to rescue the downtrodden them. This way of thinking dismisses and diminishes the agency, experiences, and power of entire groups of people and inadvertently activates stereotypes and stigma.
Sometimes us versus them thinking is relatively benign, like when we're predisposed to dislike a fan of the rival football team. But when otherism reinforces things like racism or xenophobia, it shapes our public discourse and public policy in real and harmful ways. Basically, it leads us to the conclusion that life is a zero-sum game, that more for them means less for everyone else.
Even though otherism is prevalent in American culture, our research shows that everyone also has access to alternative, more collective ways of thinking. If we want our communications to activate those ways of thinking, we need to be intentional about the framing choices we make. Here are 3 helpful reframes we've learned through 25 years of research.
Number 1, use a broad, generous we. Labels and pronouns can signal our universal humanity, or they can instantly create an other. For instance, if our message is that loneliness can affect seniors' health and we need to protect them from social isolation, we're painting older people as a distinct group, separate from us. Instead, we can point out that we all need connection to community as we age.
Number 2, explain what causes disparities. It's important to talk about the challenges that particular groups face, but it's just as important that we talk about what is driving those challenges, and that we do so without reinforcing negative stereotypes. That means that we need to be explicit about why disparities happen and what kind of solutions address them. For example, instead of talking about people experiencing homelessness, we can say people priced out of stable housing. Our framing needs to explain the dynamics responsible for a problem, not only who is affected.
Number 3, frame with time frames. The disparities we see today were created by unjust decisions of the past. On issue after issue, from housing to health to farming, our research has found that explaining the history of a social problem reduces the tendency to blame groups of people for their current circumstances. For example, simply stating that some demographic groups smoke menthols at higher rates can be othering. Instead, we can point out that for decades, cigarette brands strategically sponsored LGBTQ+ nightlife events and Black music festivals to make menthol seem like part of a cultural lifestyle. Framing with history shows how we all got to where we are today.
That's it for episode 3. Take a look at the resources linked in the description for more information.
And don't miss episode 4 on how to replace fatalism with can do. Thanks for joining us.